Sky News.
For more on this, joining us live here in the studio is the National Senator M.Canavan. Good to see you in person finally, Matt. We're usually talking down the camera.
I know.
Anyway, how are you feeling about it all this morning, Barnaby, jumping ship?
Look, mate, I'm just determined now. I mean, look, it's a loss. It's absolutely a loss. And as I've said, I would have loved to keep him on the team. He's a political rock star, so I don't want to lose him. But now more people have to step up when you lose someone from your team. It's an opportunity as well for all members of the Nationals Party team to step up. And we've got great people. We got wonderful members of Parliament. We haven't lost a seat at a general election in the lower house since 2007. So they're all great members of Parliament. And I'm just determined for that because there's so much that's wrong with our country right now. Even just walking here this morning, got a beautiful city, but there are so many people sleeping rough now.
Sure.
And particularly at Christmas. It shouldn't be happening in this country, and we need to look after Australians first. That's what I'm determined to do now that we've got the decision on net zero, drop that radical agenda. We've got to fight. We've got to fight now in the next 2 years to win back government.
What about personally, though? Because you're quite good mates with Barnaby. You have been for a long time.
Sure,
So does that stay the case?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll still be mate. I mean, look, I've always approached it a bit like a football paddock, mate. When you're playing, you tackle. Sometimes you tackle your mates even harder, right?
Is that what you're going to do?
You tackle your brothers harder, right? If you're playing against your brother, you go hard against them.
Is that what you're going to do now?
Possibly. I had a bit of a go last week. I tried a few brick bats. The bouquets weren't working. So, look, that's fine. And then you can enjoy a beer after the game. Look, I'm here in Sydney today going to Graham Richardson's funeral.
Yeah.
There'll be a sombre occasion.
Well,
but he's an example of...
He's here, though. You might bump into him on the way out.
He'll be there as well.
But you're good.
So that's an example. I've got mates in the Labor Party. That's not an issue. But
I
don't think he's made the right decision, and I am going to be pointing out why I don't think one nation is a solution to this country's problems, because we need a serious, combined effort here to reorganise this country, to get back our energy competitiveness, keep our jobs here. There's a lot to do.
But, I mean, to stay on sporting parlance, I mean, he's left your team. So is there a feeling of betrayal about that at all?
Oh, look, not so much for myself. I mean, I do feel for the members that supported Barnaby, support the Nationals Party. That's who we're there for. I was at the Inverell Nats Christmas party on Sunday, and there's just so many good people involved in politics that stand out in the cold, the rain, the heat, and get me a position. So, I've always felt that I'm only here thanks to those members of the Liberal National Party, in my case, in Queensland, and it's the honourable act to stay close to them, whatever happens. If the sink ships, you go down with it.
Well, I mean, then you look at the captain of the ship, David Littleproud, at the moment. Do you have any reservations for him at the moment? Any particularly strong feelings?
I think since the election, David's done a great job. Obviously challenged him after the election, so I think we needed to change things. And I think with the management of the net zero issues being great, we've got to a position where it was a unanimous position of the Nationals Party to dump net zero, and a comprehensive result in the Liberal Party.
But is he at fault for losing these key members?
Well, look, losing now, we have lost 4 members of Parliament to defections to other parties in 4 years. Not all of those are under David, but it is incumbent on the leadership to keep the team together. All of us have got a job to do that. So we've got to reflect on that. We can't let that keep happening. So as much as I'm not happy with Barnaby's decision, as I say, if you lose one parent to misfortune, you lose 2. It's more than bad luck. Well, it's a leader's responsibility as well. So we've all got to take our drubbings on this and do better.
Okay, but can the party stay together in the new year?
Oh, absolutely. Look, as I say, with
David as leader,
we have that united position now on net zero. That's what we've got to fight.
Let's just shuffle through a couple of other topics. I mean, you're so strong on energy. We've now lost the rebates. Recent data had shown that it was papering over the cracks anyway because inflation shot up. Have you got a reaction to Jim Chalmers making a call?
I mean, this will expose the failures. They already are exposed, but they're going to further expose these cracks, as you called them, Peter. These rebates going will mean electricity prices go up another 26% next year, on top of the 37% we've just experienced in the last 12 months. I mean, that is it is an indictment of how we're running our energy system. I mean, how is it that the Australian government cannot deliver affordable electricity to Australians when we have some of the best energy resources in the world? We supply energy resources to the world. we should be having some of the cheapest power prices.
Well,
I
put that exact point to Dan Molina, Assistant Treasurer, but in the Treasury portfolio a short time ago, I said, "Are you exposed now?" He said, "No. Well, this is going to place further attention on our plans, our renewable plans." But what does that mean?
But they're doubling down on failure.
Well,
I mean, their plans have failed. I mean, their plans have failed on their own terms.
There's no idea of when bills are going to come down.
Yeah, exactly. They won't even say that now. They won't even give you a date.
No, they didn't give me a date.
plan. They won't even promise that they will come down at some date. But it was their own terms, right? They said that investing in renewable energy would cut your power bills by $275. Not only has that not happened, the opposite's happened. Bills have gone up by around $1,000 per family. And so why would you double down on failure? Shouldn't this be a time of self-reflection, even for the Labor Party? I think we need to do something different.
Should there be more rebates continuing?
Look, I mean, the problem is how can we afford this?
Yeah.
In saying that, I do think there probably does need to be a consideration from the government of how do we help families that are doing it tough in this country.
You got an idea?
Now, I don't know if that's rebates or tax cuts or something. Well, I don't have access to all the budget figures right now like Jim Chalmers does. So we've got to balance those things. But those people sleeping rough out there, that's we need to keep them front and centre. I mean, everything's being closed down. Our factories are closing down. Small businesses are closing down. The only thing the government seems committed to keeping open is our borders. And just let people keep coming in, take away housing options from those doing it tough. We need to try to help. Maybe spend less on Comcars and overseas flights.
Well, I mean, have you got a thought on that? Well, the Comcar waiting 7 hours at the tennis?
That's ridiculous. And look, I mean, there's the constant refrain here. This is within the rules, but I'm sorry. I think there's too many yellow cards here from Annika Wells. I think she needs to be shown a red. That it maybe not individually, it's all a misstep, but you just can't.
A red is in a resignation or a sacking?
Well, I think so. Mate, look. I mean, Bronwyn Bishop went for less than this. Susan Ley even, had to pay a price. She did nothing wrong within the rules, but it was an expectation, and that was the standard that the Liberal and National Party set. The question now is the Prime Minister: what standards do you have? Do you employ any discipline to your ministers to pay a price if they're not seen to be spending money in a value sense? It's not just being within the rules. You have to spend money that's of value. You've got to, you're spending other people's money, not your own. So I don't think Annika Wells, as a Minister of the Crown, has shown any care and diligence here to make sure her spending, like $1,000 on a Comcar during a day, like $100,000 for 3 flights, meets that value for money test.
All right, M.Canavan, good to see you.
Thanks, mate.
We'll talk to you again soon. We'll coming